we are here for the grand finals of this gym challenge here in Cycle Turtle Collectibles, our 7th one, first one for November. I am Mrs. Cornell, joined by recent 4th place finisher Arnie Wolf here.
I'm sorry about the shirt. But
it's a green screen shirt. Oh,
it's the green screen shirt. Hold on, I got a jacket. We can fix that. Well, we come back when we wear something else. But welcome back to our final, Abigail Watson and Gavin Michaels. This is Abigail's first time in top 2, so congratulations to her. She's done amazing. Meanwhile, Gavin, no stranger to being in the top, as you said earlier. He is undefeated, and this is going to be one heck of a match, guys.
Well, exactly. He isn't undefeated in this record right now. He has, though, won every single Premier Challenge he's participated in, which is why we dub him the undisputed
Premier Challenge champion.
Yeah.
And what's interesting, this is something I personally love. I love this Pokemon, and frankly, it is one of the hardest things for at least my team to counter. It's Golden Go. It's Terra, Dragon, Leftovers, Nasty Plot, Golden Go, and both teams are carrying that, which also could lead to some very interesting mirrors here, considering that they both have the exact same moveset. Both of them are weak to Shadow Ball, and if not, then they're going to hit with a heavy Make It Rain. Only difference, Abigail is running Metal Coat as her item, while Gavin is running Leftovers as his item. So it is going to be a little different there. Other than that, besides Amoonguss, which also have the same set, however, different Terra types, and one being Dark on Abigail's side, Gavin's got Steel. Other than that, it's a pretty different matchup for both Pokemon. We see 2 different Dragon types, we see a few different Paradoxes, but you'll see the matchup on the screen. But other than those 2 Pokemon, it's 2 very different teams.
I mean, we've been playing for a good amount of time. I mean, we even had fun in a caster battle. Don't worry about
it. Oh, that was fun.
That was. I mean, I want to be the person to say this right now, but I feel like Dragapult just. It hits hard.
Dragapult it's one of those mons where if you're not prepped for it right away, it can just sweep your team. And that's something that, like, Chen Pao obviously has kind of neutralized it a bit with Sucker Punch being a one-hit KO on it. However, if you don't have a Chen Pao, you're pretty much free to go in and Terra Blast, Terra Ghost, or Phantom Force, or
hey, this is why those teams running for regrab for some way to block priority.
Bingo. Yeah, for draft's insane.
Yeah, it's like, of course, the moment I get onto the stream is that the moment we see all the Farika raps come out.
For real. Farika is just nuts.
Anyway, here we go. We're going to get this from Abigail's perspective. We have a Chen Pao, Amoonguss, Goldango, Dragonite, Hisuian, and Arcanine, and Urshifu Rapid Strike. For Gavin, the undisputed Premier Challenge champion, we have a Salamence, Amoonguss, Iron Hands, Goldango, Pelipper, and Screamtail.
Well, you know, for me, this is what's interesting. Goldango is the one to watch. I think it is kind of the sweeper on both sides of the team. However, I do think Abigail has a bit more of a offensive team. You have Chen Pao and Dragonite and Arcanine with that Choice Band, and Urshifu with that Choice Scarf. Well, Gavin has more of defense with Screamtail and Iron Hands and Salamence being a bit more bulky, and Salamence can be both offensive or supportive. You've got Choice Scarf, but it's also got Tailwind, Iron Hand, and Draco Meteor is the most mixed Pokemon I've seen in a long time. And I think, honestly, this is going to be coming down to who can get set up first with the Goldengo, who's gonna go with those Amoonguss hits. I think that's gonna be the key here. I wouldn't be surprised though. One thing that I do notice is that Gavin has speed control. Abigail does not. Gavin's got Tailwind on that Salamence. Well, that being said, it's under a Choice Scarf.
There's the thing though. Salamence maybe is speed control for Gavin, but Abigail's priority to rely on in that department.
Yeah, the thing, you got Sucker Punch with the Chen Pao, you've got Extreme Speed on both Arcanine and Dragonite, and you've got Aqua Jet on your Urshifu. However, they all don't do a ton of damage except for that Extreme Speed Dragonite. Notice though, this Dragonite's Assault Vest, not Choice Band.
Yeah, taking inspiration from Riley's team all the way back in this season, and here we go with the grand finals. We have Gavin leading with the Goldango Salamence and Abigail with Goldango Urshifu.
Whoa, okay, very interesting. Both of them lead with their Choice Scarf user as well as the Goldango. I personally think this is a better lead for Gavin because you're able to go, it's a risky lead, but it's a good one. Do you force that Terra right away on Abigail's Goldengo? Meanwhile, Abigail can also go for the same thing. It could go down to speed control or speed tiers in Goldengo, which one's running faster, which is running more bulky. But
or which one switches out first.
Yeah, honest, and that may be important. If Gavin's
Chen Pao comes in, that might be important depending on where the attack from the Urshifu goes into. If it's Searching Strikes to the Goldango, it might need the Terra just to be able to split the hit. But instead it gets outsped by the Choice Scarf on the Salamence, and it gets down by a Hurricane.
It's note that at level 50, that Urshifu has 167 speed. I'm sorry, 163 speed. Salamence is 167. That being said, the Shadow Ball's not going to do a ton on Chen Pao, but it's still scary because it's now Focus Sash chipped.
It is, and that's just a devastating turn for Abigail. Losing your Urshifu, trying to knock at the the Goldango with that Chen-Pao sort of ruin boosted searching strike, but instead Salamence is just naturally faster than Urshifu by I think like 3 base points.
Just about. So that also kind of gives you a clue to, oh, this Salamence is most likely max speed. If you're running max speed, of course. If not, it may be a bit different. But that being said, there's...
Salamence switches out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You just use your Hurricane, and on these two things, you kind of want to.
And the Iron Hands comes in safely on that slot, so time to see what this Arcanine tries to do here as Protect comes out from Goldango. Doesn't want to take any chances just against these two Pokemon that are super effective on this attack. And Ice Spinner tries to check onto the Goldango.
I'm guessing a double up here because you want to Flare Blitz as well?
Yep.
Yeah, you just want to check both. Now it's mind games, right? This Goldango could get the setup. However, you can only fake out one of the two. And if you don't fake out, then it also means that Chen-Pao Arcanine can go in. It's also the case where you could switch one of the two out. Wrong fake out means useless turn and also is free switching. I personally think that's the better switching because the chances that if they go make it rain, they're at -1 and they'll have to deal with two things where it's too much setup. I think that was the right switch. And that's a really good protect right there, dodging the fake out entirely.
This can be punished if this is a nasty plot coming in from Gavin's Goldango. And
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised. But then you got Sucker Punch.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, good news for you. You got Sucker Punch, so you don't have to worry about that. Bad news, they have Protect and Iron Hands. I think personally though, your best bet is to go for a Sucker Punch on the Goldango and set up your own Goldango to go for a sweep if you're Abigail. Because in
what do you mean not? What Sucker Punch do you mean not enough to knock out a Goldango though? I don't think it is.
Sucker Punch probably won't. It will if it. It might. I don't know. That said, every possible option there. It's Sucker Punch on something that's super effective, and you got the defense drop. That being said, you don't really need it. You just kind of want your own Goldango to set up and start sweeping, especially with knowing what's in the back, that this Salamence can't really hit you at all, but we have all resistant moves.
Oh yeah, you seen the distrust with that Chen-Pao, and you even included just switching to an Intimidate user like Salamence. Now you just guarantee that you live to Sucker Punch, even if the Calcs were to come into play.
That was the right call.
So that was a good call from Abigail as well, not to go over an immediate nasty plot, but Protect just gonna check it anyway, and now she wishes she nasty plotted.
Ooh. Yeah, I like the nasty plot. I think the nasty plot there was the call. Okay, good news. The Salamence can't hit Arcanine for very heavy. Its 2 stab moves are both resisted. It has Iron Head, which is neutral. I think you just switch out Chen-Pao and Shadow Ball the Goldango. And
Gavin's gonna Terrestrialize.
That was the right time to Terra. That was the right time to Terra. At this point...
And there's a Goldango Terra, there's the Dragon type. And
you get a free Make It Rain.
Here's the other... And as well, this Chen-Pao went for Ice Spinner on the Salamence. So if it does not go for Tailwind here, there it is. That's it.
It's pretty much game here. I don't see any way that Abigail can pick this one up.
There we go, Make It Rain. It will not knock up the Goldango, but it does almost half. And yeah, Chen-Pao gone, and that just leaves you with an Arcanine that really can't threaten this Goldango immediately.
I think this is Goldango's format to shine even more. You know, we've seen it pretty useful. However, this set is absolutely nuts and requires the opponent to read you perfectly or say goodbye. At this point, though, I think you're... Okay, hear me out. There's basically one way that this can work out in Abigail's favor. And it is a tight matchup. You go for an extreme speed, knock out the Goldango, set up Nasty Plot on your own. That being said, you now have to just worry about that Iron Hands, which you could hit, though. And Amoonguss, you're fine with Amoonguss. You could just Make It Rain. I think that's the call, is to Nasty Plot and try and get rid of... If extreme speed now knocks out Goldango, which probably it won't, you're good, but otherwise, I think that Protect was the wrong call anyways.
Salamence switching out for Gavin, and we're going to be seeing Iron Hands come back in. So...
I don't know on Hands. I mean, you get the fake out on Arcanine, but...
And Protect on Goldango, nothing happens there.
You need to... I think Abigail is making these Protects... Like, if you had the Nasty Plot up, it would have been the right call, but you don't have a Nasty Plot. And that is what's really, I think, hurting Abigail at the moment. You don't have much power here, and the
Rock type miss anyway.
At this point, you just click Make It Rain if you're Gavin. You can't protect anything, and also Rock Slide. I mean, I guess it's not necessarily the worst call. But right now, you just click Fake Out and Make It Rain if you're Gavin, and you pick this one up.
No, it is, and there's a Shadow Ball gonna pick.
That's acceptable too. I'm surprised we didn't see Fake Out just to ensure, but actually,
Drain Punch is enough for the knockout anyway. At least I would think so.
I think it lives it.
No,
it was intimidated, right?
Soon. There's a Drain Punch going into this Arcanine. It is enough for a knockout.
Okay. Yeah, because it switched in. If it's intimidated, then it does go down, but if it doesn't go down. But it didn't really matter because you really didn't have much that you can do with it. If you clicked Extreme Speed, it would have been a different story, possibly, but it would have been so many different scenarios that you probably had a better chance at hitting 5 Hydro Pumps in a row. But
or Hurricane, like turn 1.
Or Hurricane, yeah. If you're Abigail here, don't lead Goldengo. Just don't. I think you lead. I think personally.
Well, Gavin like Goldengo as well, but I feel like Gavin had the better pressure.
He does. I think absolutely. I think Abigail needs to lead with that Urshifu Rapid Strike and Arcanine, because if that's the case, right? Arcanine's got Terra Blast. It's also got Rock Slide. I think Rock Slide's probably better. You could choose which one to get rid of the Salamence. It could Terra to Steel, however, then you can go into some Surging Strikes, but you have to Terrestrialize that Rapid Strike right away. That was the big play that I don't know if that may have turned the tide, because if that Rapid Strike stayed in for a good amount of time, it may have been a different story, but you need the Arcanine, or at least Arcanine or Goldengo to start. I think these two lead, yeah. Because here's the thing, Amoonguss coming out, you need the Arcanine to go for the hit right onto the Amoonguss, which Gavin's Amoonguss is weak to fire with its Terra type as well, or you need to just put the pressure on with Goldengo right away and start nasty plotting. But you need, and then you need to support it with your choice Scarf user. I think the same thing goes for Gavin. I think Gavin could lead the same thing and not have to worry, but it's gonna, the important thing is, I think you gotta Terrestrialize that Urshifu.
And that's actually no Goldengo from either side this time. It's going to be Iron Hand Salamence for Gavin, and Abigail, once again, as you said, leads Urshifu and Arcanine. Both sides will get intimidated, and both at an equal setback, but here's the thing. I think Gavin has the better attack duo here.
I think Abigail could be, I would not have done that. Oh, okay.
Okay. The moves are locked in for Abigail.
I would have stayed in with the Arcanine and focused on. Actually,
I mean, you could just Rock Slide the Salamence, but I don't know what that accomplishes.
But if you switch into, here's the thing: you switch into Goldengo.
Salamence switches out.
Yeah, Gavin had to switch, because what would this duo do against Goldengo?
Amoonguss is going to be the switch.
We're going to see 4 switches, aren't we? We're going to see 4 switches.
Okay, Urshifu next.
Oh, no way. We're going to see 4 switches.
Hold on a minute. Goldengo, the reliable partner, comes in here. Surely he's been reliable this entire time, though.
Yeah.
Arcanine switches out.
It's going to be 4 switches. It's going to be 4 switches.
Let's see
please
here.
Please, Iron Hand switch.
I think Gavin might have stayed in on his Iron Hand.
Probably, but that would have been so funny.
Drain Punch is the move, and that's not doing anything.
It was the right call. Oh, that was fun. Really good position for Abigail now. I really think so.
There you go. There's a nasty plot. And that's the thing that
score right. Nasty plot. That's it. I mean, yeah. There's not much you can do.
Goldengo certainly has been a reliable partner for Abigail.
Oh yeah, this Goldengo is, I'm telling you, this is something that I think we've kind of seen more recently, as in like the last maybe month or so, but Goldengo is like absolutely insane. Once it gets that nasty plot off, it's bulky, it works under Trick Room, it
Iron Hand switches
so much, and that Iron Hand switch is exactly, I'm guessing it's Goldengo.
Yeah, it's Goldengo. They brought like, almost similar Pokemon.
Mirror match. Mirror.
And there's a nasty plot, so Abigail has the head start at the current moment.
Yeah, that's going to be the crucial. The pop-up's to be expected. I mean, it's not going to do, like, anything.
Yeah, it's a decent amount.
40%.
And the Spore tries to check the switch in.
You have to. I mean, there's nothing you can do there. This is now where things get interesting.
Could you Nasty Plot a second time?
I would. What can Goldengo do? I would Terra to Dragon and Nasty Plot. And then that way you don't have to worry about whether or not to Shadow Ball. I would Rage Powder as well, just in case. Just in case they Shadow Ball. And then Nasty Plot, yeah. I think it's the right call. I think it's the right call.
Here we go.
I think we're going to see a double up on the exact both sides do the exact same thing. But I'm not.
Oh my god, are you a prophet?
It's just the right call. You want to set up your nasty plot no matter which one.
There we go. Another nasty plot. But once again, Abigail has the advantage, so I actually have a new question to ask. If this Goldengo for Abigail gets a +6, let's even knock out the Goldengo before making it rain?
Probably. I actually think right now your call is to, if you're Abigail, you do have the +3. Rage Powder. +4, sorry. Rage Powder, Shadow Ball. I think if you knock out either one, it doesn't matter.
And Gavin Terras.
Okay, if you click to make it rain, that's much better. I thought I personally would not have made it rain.
And a Steel Terra for the Goldengo.
Okay, never mind. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, that's the smart Terra, because you know one of these two is going to go down. That's why I said go for Shadow Ball, because there's obviously going to be some skill shenanigans.
Amoonguss protects. This could be punishable.
Very risky.
The right read. Nasty plot again for Gavin.
What?
The nasty fly for Gavin, and
think
Make It Rain comes out. It's not the Shadow Ball. That's a lot of damage, and it's not enough to knock out either Pokemon.
Abigail's in a real good spot. You Rage Powder and Make It Rain, and then say goodbye to the... Okay, here's the thing.
Well, here's another thing. Does Gavin's Make It Rain knock out?
The Pollen Puff! The Pollen Puff!
That's going to heal Goldingo much more comfortably. I still think it's...
No,
okay, well,
the Make It Rain's not enough.
you got to protect the Goldingo. Get a bit more HP recovery to deal with this Make It Rain from Abigail's.
I think right now you Rage Powder Shadow Ball Demungus.
Sporty Amoongus. Ooh.
What? Okay, here's the thing. Gavin's Golden Go is faster than Abigail's. However, no matter what, this Urshifu on this Arcanine on Abigail's side has a knockout on Goldengo and resists the Salamence on almost everything. So I think you're fine to just focus on the Pokemon next to Goldengo and follow.
Yeah, there you go. Rage Powder, Make It Rain. I think I saw the move switch.
I don't know about Make It Rain. I think it's more important to get rid of the Amoongus, but I think it's fine. It's fine.
There is the Rage Powder for both Amoonguses, so no Shadow Ball will be threatening on either side. Gavin, I think.
Both of these.
Yeah, here we go. Gavin's Make It Rain goes to come out first, and it's not enough to knock out the Goldengo, but the Amoongus.
This isn't horrible. This isn't horrible, but
now it comes down to whether or not this Metal Coat boosted +3 Make It Rain knocks out the Goldingo for Gavin's side. Here it comes. It is enough.
Oh, it's enough. It's enough. Was it a crit?
It is not a crit.
Okay, color me surprised. I didn't think that would do it.
That's how much Metal Coat matters.
Oh yeah, Metal Coat is nuts. Nuts. Goldengo is nuts. I love it. I think it's actually, like I said, I think this is one of the more valuable Pokemon in this meta. I mean, Terra Dragon is really, really nice. And at this point, yeah, you go into your Arcanine.
Yeah, you have Iron Hands Salamence, and the only thing that can really touch you is really the Iron Hands because every other move from Salamence is resisted.
Not to mention, let's remember, they're going to get intimidated right here from this Arcanine. And at this point, you know your last Pokemon is that Urshifu, right?
Yeah, it is Urshifu.
Save your Terra for the poison. Just kind of sweep what you need to. I think right now, focus on Salamence. If you're Abigail, get rid of it.
Rock Slide or Flare Blitz?
I personally think Rock Slide, because Flare Blitz is going
to... switch out to Cycle to Intimidate. That's not a terrible idea.
I'll take it.
But
it's just a matter of...
Shadow Ball's not going to be enough to knock out the Iron Hands, though. Oh, well, Make It Rain will knock out the Salamence at the very least.
That's the important one, in my opinion.
But
Salamence.
I think I have a better question. Does Draco Meteor knock it out?
I think it does. I think it does. But Abigail...
Fake out into that slot, so Urshifu's going to take a bit of damage here. Hurricane does connect onto this.
That's a smart move.
Goldingo, 5 HP!
Oh!
Does it get confused? It does not! And the Make It Rain connects, and the Salamence goes down!
That's it. Abigail just won this match.
Yeah, it's going to game 3. It's not the match yet. It's not the match
game,
yet.
sorry. This game. Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to know what this Goldengo set is, because it is bulky.
It's a bulky Metal Coat. What do you want?
Love it. The EVs are perfect. I mean, that was...
I would no, see, that justifies the Draco Meteor play. Just because Draco Meteor would have won the game for Abigail. I mean, for Gavin, and that would have made him the undisputed champion.
I don't think it would have won the game, because you're now locked onto Draco Meteor, which is at half health, or half, which knocks you down each time, and Arcanine can go ahead and still tear at a Fairy, so if he did... I actually know why... I think Gavin made the right call with the Hurricane, because if the worst, like, here's what would have happened. If you did end up going for Draco Meteor, you click Terra Blast and Terra your Arcanine, and then you just kind of win, because it will take off the remainder from the Iron Hands and just, you can't get hit by Draco Meteor, and they're locked on with Scarf. So it was the right call. You had to go for the Hurricane. You could have gone for Iron Head, but that wouldn't help too much. And it just ended up the bulk on Goldengo on Abigail's side is too much.
And also, I feel like this set is currently going on a pattern. Whoever nasty plots first wins.
Yep, that's it. Now, if you get a nasty plot off, you just are in great shape.
You are, but it's just a race to see who gets there first.
Yeah. I'm surprised we have not seen... I feel like here, like, knowing that, like, why... I personally think a really cool partner for Goldengo is Salamence. I think Roaring Moon kind of does the same thing, too.
Goldengo Moon goes straight up, and Abigail's laughing off, and it's a mirror match lead!
Alrighty. I think... Okay, you know what?
Well, we're not going to find out about the race here. The race just becomes who can get rid of the Amoongus first.
I think right now you... yeah, just Rage Powder Nasty Plot. I think both people are going to do the same thing.
Unless, of course, one of these players had to take a U-turn or a detour.
You could see it.
And, okay, there's no Rage Powder from Gavin's Amoongus.
What would you... Pollen Puff? Maybe? Slightly? To help you, I guess?
Maybe you just Pollen Puff the Amoongus just because you need to get the damage on it. And it is going to be on the Amoongus.
Okay, why not? You do a whole 20 damage, or 40 damage, which is not bad, right?
38.
It's a 6-hit KO. No. I think in this case right now, you just kind of...
Oh, protect. Okay, Rage Powder comes out.
Yeah, double Rage Powder.
I saw... Oh, wait. Yeah, double Rage Powder. Nasty Powder. Did I see a protect? No, it wasn't not a protect somewhere. So double Rage Powder comes out. So, it's just safe to, I think it's safe to assume these Gold Dangos will get the +6 with each other. And
I don't
that's
think you need to. I think now is the attack turn. And there's a reason I think so.
I mean, obviously we saw how much the Make It Rain did
That's
for
exactly why. Yeah.
with the Metal Co, but it wasn't enough to take a one-hit knockout, which is the concern that I currently have as of now.
This is why. Well, I think we'll see in a minute here. It's going to be a very tight matchup, but I think the Metal Coat is going to be the deciding factor for Abigail. I really do. Because this is going to do a lot. We saw Pollen Puff come out on Abigail's side, right? So, with that in mind.
And the Terra comes out from Gavin.
This is Terra Steel. This has got to be Terra Steel. If it's not, I think you could say it's game over.
It's Terra Steel and Mungus.
Yeah. Okay, so no surprise. Good news, too. I mean, this isn't necessarily going to help, but the Rage Powder is redirected to Abigail's Amoongus. But, yeah, you have to Terra Steel right now for that. The Rage Powder, oh, man.
Make It Rain comes down from Gavin.
Not going to be enough to knock out.
It is not enough to knock out the Amoongus, so there will be no healing in the side.
That's okay. You got Arcanine in the back. You can just start Flare Blitzing. Wasting that Terra, too, is really important.
And here we go. Make It Rain back from Abigail. It is not enough to knock out her Pokemon. Nearly gets the knockout on the Goldingo in one hit.
I think you're fine.
And the Citrus Berry going to go ahead and be eaten by the Amoongus. Going to have a quarter of his HP back.
Okay. This is an interesting one. I'm not going to lie. I personally think you bring in right now your Urshifu. Right? You kind of have to. You want to save those Arcanine cycles for Intimidate later.
Here's the thing, though. Rage Powder, and then...
Doesn't matter. You just click Shadow Ball and then Surging Strikes. I mean, this Amoongus does have Citrus Berry, so you're fine. You don't have to worry about Rocky Helmet, and it's no longer resisted. So at this point, I would just...
Here's the, how much Make It Rain is going to be doing to both these Pokemon? I think Gavin still has the advantage.
You can...
Because it's still a +3.
Nah.
Goldingo's...
the protect on the Goldingo is going to be really important here. I think at +3, Urshifu still lives it.
I wouldn't think it will, just because of how bad that special defense test is, but maybe that's just the way I'm just assuming things. Here's the Surge Strike's going to come in.
Is that not going to KO?
Time to see on the second hit. Oh, that's not going to be enough. I don't think it will be, unless it just the knockout.
Oh! That was needed. That was absolutely needed, because if it was just 2-on-2, knowing that Gavin's Goldingo outspeeds, that would be really, really brutal. However, now it's going to come into Urshifu. It's resisted, but it's +3. So it's going to be really close.
Yeah, I do not expect it to take the hit. I really do not.
Don't know. The question is, do you need it to?
Here we go, and it does live at 37 HP.
That's important. That's very important. Okay, here's the thing. Salamence, right? It's your only... I think right now Salamence and Iron Hands both kind of are in a decent position. Iron Hands more so. Because Fake Out's really important, and then you can just get a free knockout. But then you kind of sacrifice your Arcanine. So it's like, what do you do? It's... Oh, gosh. I don't know. This is a... right now, you really got to...
Salamence is going to be the switch in for Gavin.
Oh, I don't know if that was the right play. I really don't. You have to Hurricane. You have to. And then you just Surging Strikes the Goldingo, and if it doesn't work, you Make It Rain. Yeah. You have to Hurricane.
Tailwind is going to come out instead, so we'll just need a double knockout with that Make It Rain.
Unless this Urshifu outspeeds, which it could. No,
does not.
I think that's it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know, it is max, I think, on that. There's more speed, definitely, on that Goldingo. It was close. If it was a max speed Urshifu, then a neutral speed Goldingo, or even just average speed Goldingo, would not have done enough to outspeed the Choice Scarf. But Gavin, with that speed investment, I think showed why you want to run speed investment. Frankly, I actually just kind of like the 252 in HP and speed. Kind of play it like you play Annihilate. Arcanine's gonna be...
There's your Arcanine. You got a Rock Slide if you're at this point.
Here's the good news. Okay. Here's the good news.
Salamence has to switch out, I think. Because you locked in the Tailwind.
Yeah. But what's the last Pokemon?
Iron Hands, I would think so. And here it is.
Probably
We're going to find out soon. We're going to find out soon enough, and it is going to be the Iron Hands.
Yeah, that's just the 4 you got to bring in with this one. The Rock Slide...
Make It Rain's faster.
It's faster. They have Tailwind up.
And still the best PC player in the world, Gavin Michaels, make it 4 in a row.
Gavin, I mean, I'll tell you, It is. I told you what was going to really be the important thing was not only the item, but just kind of the sets on the Golden Go. And we saw today exactly why that was important. Because Gavin's Golden Go was faster, that's what decided this matchup, because it was a mirror, essentially, for most of it. That is exactly why you pick your sets accordingly. I mean, was an insane matchup. I think Golden Go is probably one of the best, if not the best, Pokemon in the format right now. I mean, there's tons of really good Pokemon, obviously, Fluttermane, Iron Hands, but Golden Go, it takes out everything you need to, and if you let it just snowball, it does so much damage onto stuff that resisted it. I mean, we saw how much a +4 did onto both two resisted bulky Pokemon, and they were down to in the red. So I think it's an amazing team, and frankly both are, because they both are practically the same thing. But it was a battle of the Golden Go's, and Speed ended up winning out there.
Yeah, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Gavin remains your undisputed champion of California.
Take a breather, everyone. It was an intense match. Make some adjustments for Golden Go. I have a feeling we're going to see more of it in the future.
We'll be back next week, I think.
Yeah, we've got 2 more in a row. We got one on the 12th. We got another Premier Challenge on the 19th. And then we take about a month and a half break for Thanksgiving and the holidays. And then come back with a 5-day marathon of tournaments, including 2 mid-season showdowns. Those are going to be insane because those are worth almost double, if not more than double the points. And that means the stakes are way higher, and it's going to be the very tail end of the season. So we got some creative strategies that are going to be thrown around. So definitely want to come here.
And Indigo, this might be legal at the time.
I think most likely it could be. I mean, it's going to be out. But the question is, are they going to do the same thing they did with Teal Mask and just allow some of the Pokemon in? Yeah, actually, you know what? You never know. But they may allow that in starting in January. But either way, it's going to be fun. And that's actually something I do want to just say just before we have a closing thought. Take a look at these Pokemon here. Not really any of them were from this Teal Mask DLC. I think it shows we have a handful. We have Sinistcha and Ogerpon, but those have kind of been falling off, and it shows we're kind of in a Regulation D 2.0 here. But yeah, join us again. We got some amazing tournaments. Come on down. Thanks to everyone here. Troy, thanks to Taryn, thanks to Miguel, thanks to you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in a week.